We are very excited to introduce our wine club members to the Arbor Novae single vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon. And today we've got the 3 vintage wines that are made as part of this collection on display, and that's 2016, 2017, 2018. Arbor Novae is a small batch wine range for Howard Park that's exclusive to our wine club members.
As with the entire Arbor Novae range, these wines have a beautiful piece of artwork on the label. That's done by Rockingham local Andy Quilty, and it's a really interesting abstract piece and really unites the range quite nicely. And also another amazing part about Arbor Novae is that it's a collaboration with the charity Carbon Positive Australia. So for every bottle we sell, we donate $1.50 to replanting projects they have across WA as well as the rest of Australia, really focused in on biodiversity preservation and regeneration of our lands.
And we talk about Arbor Novae being a small batch range. This collection is the epitome of that.
It's only 500 bottles produced total across the 3 vintages. And for instance, in 2016, there was only 118 bottles produced. So this one right here is number 3. So it's very exciting to get your hands on those. And yeah, you won't be able to find them anywhere else other than through us.
Yeah. There's a reason why there's so few bottles. This wine evolved as part of our curiosity in viticulture and winemaking and exploring the potential of a particular block of vines in the vineyard we're sitting in right now, which is the Leston Vineyard in Margaret River. Block 29, which is a dry-grown vineyard of Cabernet Sauvignon. It's planted to the revered Houghton clone, which winemakers love to talk about as being the best expression of Cabernet Sauvignon in Western Australia. And since about 2008, it's been a foundation stone of our Abercrombie Cabernet, our very, very top wine. Jeff Birch and our winemakers and viticulture team were very excited about exploring some of the potential of this terroir. And over these 3 vintages, they actually drilled down to each individual bay in the vineyard, then to each vine in that bay, and they looked at particular parts of the vineyard, isolated them, and they literally picked particular bunches of particular vines to go into a small parcel of fruit which was set aside to make these wines. And that was just to see what the potential of particularly attractive and exciting parts of that vineyard were. They repeated the process for all 3 vintages, 16, 17 and 18. The wines were made with the same work in the fermentation process, the same élevage and the same amount of time in French oak. So what we've got here is a real reflection of Block 29 of Leston over 16, 17 and 18.
And what that looks like in the bottle is in 16, it's all about these rich, opulent kind of flavors. 17 was a slightly cooler vintage, which means you get this really beautiful lifted aromatic profile and perfume, a bit of a different structure on the palate. Then with 18, it's all about that balance and power within the fruit profile there. It was an amazing vintage, just kind of Goldilocks vintage. It was a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I think these wines are really long-lived. They can go in the cellar for easily 10, 20 years if you like. But that being said, they're incredibly enjoyable to drink right now. Just that attention in the vineyard and in the winemaking leads to a really polished, poised wine that you can enjoy anytime.
I've met a lot of people in my time at Howard Park that have got great respect and sort of reverence for Margaret River Cabernet, West Australian Cabernet. In that context, these wines are really exciting because they're very unique, they're very rare, and they're only going to be available to members of our wine club. Look out for all the information around launching these wines and get your hands on some, and then you can enjoy having something really special that you can treasure with your family and friends over the next years or decades.